Good morning, everyone.
Morning.
I hope you had a wonderful Thanksgiving holiday weekend. Welcome back. This meeting, regular meeting of the Mobile County Commission, is now called to order. If you would please stand for the invocation. It will be given by Reverend Jim Flowers of All Saints Episcopal Church on Ann Street, and then remain standing for the Pledge of Allegiance to the flag.
Let us pray. O God, who created humankind in your own image and made us for faithful service, bless this commission and their staff with wisdom that they may serve Mobile County with compassionate and sustainable purpose. Today, we give thanks for the service of Martha Durant, her commitment, her persistence, her prudence, and her humor. May the love she has given to her work sustain her graciously in her retirement, and may the friendships she has established bear her up for the new way ahead. These things we pray in the name of the one who called us to serve, Jesus Christ, our Lord. Amen.
Thank you very much, Reverend Flowers. And the Reverend mentioned Martha Durant. She is one of our retirees today. We also have Dolores Irwin and Susan Lane. Susan Lane, I don't think, is with us today, but we would like to recognize our retirees if they will please come forward. We have certificates of recognition and lapel pins. We have, between the three of these retirees for the month of December, they represent 63 years and 5 months of service. And we are delighted to have them here today to thank them, to acknowledge them. And let's see, I see Martha here. Do we have Dolores? Is she with us? Okay. Well, Martha, come on down. Good morning. I can't believe it. You know, the whole time that I've been here, Martha has been a part of the fabric of the 10th floor, and she is such a wonderful asset to the county. And I just can't, you know, we have so many people that have been retiring lately, and it's just hard to imagine the county without them, and that includes you, certainly. But we wanted to recognize your service and to let you know how much you're appreciated, how much you're loved, and how you will always be part of the county family. And this is for your retirement, and it is presented to you with wishes to express our sincere thanks and gratitude for your 18 years and 7 months of dedicated service. Does it feel like it's been that long?
No, it's 17 years.
Oh. Well, it says 18 here. Okay, well, we'll just give you another year there. Okay, 17 years and 7 months, and Dina will fix that, right? Your wisdom and commitment to excellence have long inspired all of us and will be remembered for many years to come. We wish you health, happiness, and continued success in your retirement. God bless you, Martha. Cherie, do we have any speakers today?
Yes, ma'am. Philip Burton with South Alabama Logistics Park is here.
Okay. Good morning, Philip. Come on down. Good to see you here today.
Good to see you all. It is hard to believe that 15 months ago, we broke ground on the South Alabama Logistics Park, which you all know that has been a 5-year endeavor. We're going into our 6th year. Sitting here today, I would not have thought that we have, after 15 months, completed a road, but also have completed one facility of 200,000 square feet that has got 2 new industries moving into town and have started 2 other facilities. Sitting here today, we've got about 7 million square feet of active projects within the park. It has truly been remarkable, the level of interest, and it has really positioned the county to be pad ready for all the industries that want to be here because of our port, but also because of Airbus. So it's really, really exciting, and I just want to say thank you all for your support. Working with the county has been incredible. It's been a lot of work to get us to this point. Just want to thank everyone for their help. Thank you.
Well, thank you so much for being here today to share that with us. It's phenomenal, the success. We are so proud to be partners in this endeavor and so grateful for the opportunity to have the business and industry site locate here. And I know it's been part of your dream for a very long time, and you had a lot of vision and convinced us that it was the thing to do, and we're so glad that we were a part of it.
Thank you.
Philip, real quick, I just want to say thank you as well. And can you tell me how many jobs have been created thus far? I know that Averitt Express is not moving their facility, but expanding their operations in Mobile. And also there's another company out of New York who is moving their entire operation, who's been in business, if I'm not mistaken, since the 1950s.
Yeah, that's correct.
And they're moving their entire operation from New York to Mobile, to South Mobile County, and I'm pretty excited about it. Do you have that number of jobs?
Today, I would say the range is probably around 150.
Okay.
And if we use that first facility as kind of a baseline for what we could expect in future growth in terms of job creation, I think you can see that number well into the many thousands.
Yeah.
I mean, we are just in the infancy of this project. Yeah. I mean, the road still has not been finalized. It's being accepted today, but having 2 companies publicly announced, and there are many, many others that we are working with, and I'm hopeful that we will be able to announce those very soon. It's going to be, in 5-10 years from now, it's going to be a completely different world out there.
Yeah, I mean, just to create over 100 brand new jobs in Mobile in less than a year, when, like you said, the roads aren't even completed 100%, that's pretty impressive for that site.
We're very excited, and I look forward to making more announcements, and hopefully that'll be sooner than later.
We look forward to that as well. Thank you. Okay, Glenn, your turn.
Thank you, Commissioners. Number 1, approve the minutes of the regular meeting on November 14, 2022.
So moved.
Second.
Number 2, approve list of claims.
So moved.
Second.
Number 3, hold a public hearing so any citizen of the county shall be given an opportunity to be heard for or against any item related to the statement of revenues, expenditures, and change in fund balance report.
This public hearing is now in session. Is there anyone here to speak for or against this matter? There being none, the public hearing is now closed.
Number 4, consider taking the following action on bids.
So moved.
Second.
Number 5, approve renewal of support agreement with TSA Inc. any amount of $1,137 for HPE hardware tech support for probate court.
So moved.
Second.
Number 6, adopt a sole source resolution approving renewal of software subscription contract with Environmental Systems Research Institute, Inc. for Esri Enterprise Advantage Program in the amount of $160,800 for the County Commission.
So moved.
Second.
Number 7, approve recommendation of the Board of Review for Junk Ordinance hearing held on November 15, 2022 for the citation as follows.
So moved.
Second.
Number 8, accept the subgrant award from Alabama Department of Economic and Community Affairs on behalf of Regional Highway Traffic Office for the Community Traffic Safety Program grant in the amount of $185,630 with an in-kind match of $61,876.67.
So moved.
Second.
Number 9, authorize advertising and receiving bids for Sims Senior Center Walking Trail.
So moved.
Second.
Number 10, authorize advertising for bids, Michael Square License Commissioner Replacement Flooring.
So moved.
Second.
Number 11, approve contract with Eagle Electrical Services for an amount not to exceed $24,604 for an additional lighting and outlets at Cedar Point Pier.
So moved.
Second.
Number 12, approve appropriation contract with Mobile Symphony, Inc. in the amount of $41,739 from District 1 funds for its Preludes and String program for District 1 schools.
So moved.
Second.
Number 13, approve sponsorship agreement with Inspire U in the amount of $3,000 from District 1 funds for the Inspire U Women Health and Wellness Expo.
So moved.
Second.
Number 14, approve appropriation contract with African Town Community Development Corporation in the amount of $35,000 from District 1 funds for operational expenses.
So moved.
Second.
Number 15, approve sponsorship agreement with Mobile Bay National Estuary Program in the amount of $3,000 from District 1 funds for its annual breakfast.
So moved.
Second.
Number 16, approve appropriation contract with Fostering Together Gulf Coast in the amount of $1,000 from District 3 funds for operational expenses.
So moved.
Second.
Number 17, approve sponsorship agreement with Dauphin Island Heritage and Arts Council, Inc. in the amount of $3,000 from District 3 funds for its annual Golf Seafood Gala.
So moved.
Second.
Number 18, approve sponsorship agreement with Mobile Area Interfaith Conference in a total amount of $3,000 to be divided as follows for its annual Christmas Gala.
So moved.
Second.
Number 19, authorize memorandum of understanding and funding agreement with Alabama Department of Conservation and Natural Resources and Forever Wild Land Trust, execution of all associated documents, and allocation of the funds to promoting community awareness focused on protection of conservation lands.
So moved.
Second.
Number 20, approve amendment to appropriation contract with Gulf Quest National Maritime Museum of the Gulf of Mexico to increase the contract amount from $62,500 to $125,000 for an additional amount of $62,500. Funds will be used for the installation of the exhibition Spirits of the Passage to be available for viewing from January 4, 2023 through June 17, 2023, subject to completion of documentation.
So moved.
Second.
Number 21, accept City Mobile Tax Increment Financing Grant Award of $1,300,000 for Isom Clemens Memorial Civil Rights Park construction and authorize execution of associated documents.
So moved.
Second.
22, approve change order number 1 with JMP Construction Company, Inc. for a project Mount Vernon Water Treatment Plant upgrades for an addition of a tapping valve and sleeve. This change order will increase the contract by $2,287. The new contract amount will be $2,349,387.
So moved.
Second.
23, approve agreement with the district attorney for the 13th Judicial Circuit relating to appropriation for a total amount of $16,500 for an addition to the Mobile County Law Enforcement Memorial to be divided as follows.
So moved.
Second.
24, approve appropriation contract with African Town Redevelopment Corporation in the amount of $250,000 from District 1 funds for programs in the historic African Town community.
So moved.
Second.
25, approve early renewal of support agreement with Carasoft under the current GSA schedule in the amount of $54,529.52 for DocuSign.
So moved.
Second.
26, approve change order number 2 with Questica Ltd. to increase consulting team's hours of extended support of up to an additional 140 hours at no additional cost to the County Commission. Hours exceeding 140 hours will be charged based on time and materials.
So moved.
Second.
27, approve amendment to professional services contract with Sean Bevins to increase the contract amount from $5,000 to $17,500. The additional funds in the amount of $12,500 will be used to research and document the 24 sites included in the Civil Rights and Cultural Heritage Trail and produce written narratives describing the significance of each.
So moved.
Second.
28, adopt a resolution authorizing the transfer of Mobile County Industrial Development Authority funds for payment to Mobile Area Chamber of Commerce Foundation for a contribution of $10,000 towards the cost of a bronze bust of Senator Richard Shelby commemorating his greatest contributions to Mobile area, which will be located at the southeast side of Arthur R. Outlaw Mobile Convention Center along the Mobile riverfront.
So moved.
Second.
29, authorize acquisition of property and acceptance of right-of-way deeds and or easements from the following property owners for the following projects.
So moved.
Second.
Number 30, approve setting the following speed limits as listed below for roads, segment of roads, and subdivision streets.
So moved.
Second.
31, award bid to Hosea O. Weaver and Sons, Inc. for project Otter Track Road, resurfacing, restoration, and rehabilitation for the low bid in the amount of $2,465,138.61.
So moved.
Second.
32, authorize advertising and receiving qualifications for professional services for design and construction engineering and inspection for project Hearst Drive and Creola Grade, Drain, Base, and Pave.
So moved.
Second.
33, approve amending contract with Mott McDonald for professional engineering services for project Calliope Road and College Parkway and Shelton Beach Road northward to Pritchard City Limit to include professional geotechnical engineering services for estimated amount of $200,420.
So moved.
Second.
34, approve preliminary and final plat of Unity Fiber LLC subdivision.
So moved.
Second.
35, approve final plat Irvington Oaks Estates Unit 3 and authorize the county engineer to sign the plat and to add the following streets to the private road inventory. These streets have been constructed to a paid private road standard and certified by the developer's professional engineer.
So moved.
Second.
36, approve final plat of Dee's Plantation Phase 3 and authorize the county engineer to sign the plat and to add the following streets to the private road inventory. These streets have been constructed to a paid private road standard and certified by the developer's professional engineer.
So moved.
Second.
37, approve in the final right-of-way map of South Boulevard and accepting the road right-of-ways as shown on the map for the following streets, and accept the road for maintenance by Mobile County together with drainage system as it affects said road, and accept the warranty deeds for the right-of-ways indicated on the map.
So moved.
Second.
38, commission announcements and or comments.
I just want to mention one thing that I've been working on and wanted to make you two aware. For months, myself and Dana as well have met with Sheriff Cochran, and also recently started having these same meetings with the incoming Sheriff Paul Birch at looking at creating a Parks Police Department or Park Ranger. We haven't really come up with a title, but these with the amount of money that we've invested in our parks, I think we have three major RV parks coming along within our parks. And so I just want to make sure that the citizens of Mobile County who visit our parks and the people who visit from other places have a fun and safe experience. So I guess I'm bringing it up to you guys so you'll be aware. I didn't want you to be caught off guard by anything. It's going to require probably 6 to 8 additional deputies, and my thoughts are that all of these people would be APOS certified law enforcement officers. They would work through the sheriff's office. They would be dedicated to the parks. That would be their job, to respond to incidents or calls that we may have within our parks and our park system. And it's going to require probably one supervisor position. Those would be new positions at the sheriff's office.
Has Tina Sanchez and Matthew
Yes.
Jones been a part of this?
They've been a part of the conversation the whole time. I brought them up to speed this morning on a meeting that I had with Paul Burks last week.
Because I know we have a assessment of all of our parks for master planning purposes, and I didn't know, because I know that we're supposed to be getting recommendations from our consultant, and it's supposed to be pretty comprehensive. So I didn't know if that was also part of what would be discussed as well. If there's, make sure there's some synergy going here with these efforts.
Good morning. Yes, ma'am. They will actually, it's a good time for me to bring up that our consultants will be reaching out to us to schedule an on-site meeting. They'll be coming into town soon, so we'll be in touch with your offices to schedule those briefings on the status of the plan overall. And Commissioner Dewitt and I have talked about the need for security in the parks, and so I'm happy that this conversation is continuing.
So will these be county employees or sheriff's office employees?
They will be sheriff's office employees. They will be deputies. They will be sworn law enforcement officers. I just, we have security guards at a lot of our parks, and they're equipped to handle certain situations. But when you start talking about camping and maybe a situation that I used with Tina earlier is, you don't want a park director or a park employee approaching someone, or not even a security guard approaching someone that you may suspect has been involved in criminal activity or done something illegal. And I think it would be best if they contacted, however we set it up, probably through the sheriff's office dispatch, to go and respond to those calls. But not only that, to also have roaming patrols throughout the day and throughout the night at our parks. So that would be their job. They would be dedicated to the parks and patrolling our parks, and they would have no other responsibilities.
So are you going to be requesting that we increase the sheriff's budget
That's
to provide for this parks division?
right, and that's why I really wanted to bring it up, because yes, there is going to be an increase in the additional number of deputies, and that will need to be funded through the commission.
I think there definitely needs to be more security at the parks, particularly as we're expanding and improving, and there'll be a lot more usage. I'm wondering the best way to go about that, because I know that the parks, because some of them are located in such rural areas, like for instance Escatawpa Hollow. I mean, if you call somebody from the sheriff's department, and they're otherwise engaged, it could take them a while to get there. I'm more concerned with having people on site that are available immediately to handle issues.
And we would not get rid of our security guards that we have at these parks. This would just be an addition to those, because you're right. I mean, if you look at River Delta, and you look at Escatawpa, and you look at Cedar Point, how far apart those three parks are, and and I would just like to have someone who's available. And this is all in its infancy. I mean, I've been having conversations for probably a year, Dana, maybe, that we've been talking about this, and just kind of in passing and just kind of trying to get something together. And before I continue to go on, I just wanted to make you guys aware of it.
Well, I agree. We do need the security. I guess my concern first, I'm glad you said there'll be sheriff's department's employees, because I'm not sure that the county commission has the authority to set up a law
No,
enforcement.
yeah, it would be, and that was my first thought, is to have it through the sheriff's office, and they would be sworn deputies.
And I would want, just in your conversations, whatever liability that's going to flow from their actions, I'd want that action to flow
Through the
to
sheriff.
them as,
Absolutely.
and not to have us be liable for the conduct of someone that we aren't supervising.
Absolutely. It would be, they would be treated just like any other deputy sheriff that works for the sheriff's office. Just wanted to make y'all aware of that. And there'll be future conversations, and I'll bring those through Jay or through Dana or through Tina. Just wanted to make you guys aware that I was working on that, and hope to get your blessings on something in the future on it.
I'd be interested in knowing how some of the larger counties like Jefferson, Madison, how they handle, because they have large facilities as well,
Yeah.
and some rural.
Yeah. Well, I know the city of Mobile has park police officers that are dedicated to work in their parks, so that's kind of where the
When you
idea
say
came from.
dedicated to work in the park, does that mean they have no other
That's
responsibilities?
it. They're actually the city of Mobile, and I'm not sure if they're through the police department, but they are called park
Mhm.
police,
But
and
what you're
they are a
suggesting, though,
post
with the sheriff's
certified.
department,
Yes.
is that the same?
That would be their primary duty, is to patrol our parks and respond to incidents at our parks. If you had an incident where a camper has overstayed their welcome, I mean, the last thing I would want, I've said this a million times, but I've responded to those kind of things as a police officer, and the last thing you want is a security guard or a female employee at a park going to evict an intoxicated camper or whatever the situation may be. And that would be a situation where they could pick up the phone, they could call the dispatch, the sheriff's office dispatch, and have the park officer respond to that, and not have to pull somebody away from other calls, or in some instances where they're busy, not have a deputy available to go handle that situation. And we've had incidents at our parks before that required law enforcement.
Is the sheriff's department, is it understaffed? Does it not have full complement of
That right.
deputies?
I think right now that they've had, in our conversation with Paul, what did he say? I think he were like 2 deputies short right now, maybe 4, but they'd be fully staffed, but they plan to hire those in the next couple of weeks, and they will be fully staffed. And so this would require an additional 6. We're thinking 6. I have Captain Cassidy, who will assume the position of chief deputy under Sheriff Birch, doing an assessment of what it would take, how many deputies it would take, and working on the scheduling of that. I'll just bring it up because it will require us to fund those 6 positions at the sheriff's office.
What, do you have any idea of what the amount would be, what it would cost?
$50 gazillion. No, I don't know. I have no
Probably.
idea.
That's what they usually, when they usually ask for stuff.
Commissioners, we're waiting on the sheriff's office
Yeah.
to provide the plan.
Yeah.
Apparently, they've been working on it, and they will provide us with a dollar amount.
Yeah.
But right now, we don't know. That's what we're working through. I've been been involved from a financial perspective only, and so that's what I'm waiting on from, I think, Captain
Cassidy.
Yeah, Cassidy is supposed to be providing us with some documentation so that we can look at it before
No.
Commissioner Hewitt makes a recommendation.
And again, what this all comes down to is making sure that people visiting our parks have a fun, safe experience, and as safe as possible.
Well, thank you for bringing that to our attention.
sorry to take so long. I just wanted to make sure you guys were aware of it.
Thank you very much, and we look forward to getting more information. Okay.
I think I'm done.
We do have an indigent care board meeting next, so with that,
39, request motion to adjourn until December 12th, 2022.
You didn't ask Commissioner Ludgood if she had anything.
She asked me first.
Oh, she asked you first.
you just took so long that you
Sorry,
forgot.
I forgot.
Second.
So moved. Second.
You can rearrange that in
We'll
the minutes,
reverse
please.
that. Okay.
Okay.
Mobile County Indigent Board.
Okay, the Mobile County Indigent Board meeting is now called to order.
Number 1, approve the minutes for the meeting of October 24, 2022.
So moved.
Second.
Number 2, accept the report from Mobile County Commission of the balance in the Indigent Care Fund at October 31st, 2022. Funds available, $303,627.42.
So moved.
Second.
And number 3, approve request for motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
We stand adjourned. Have a great week.